Welcome back to Camus Classics. Today we're going to be working on the engine for the Pontiac Firebird. We got the suspension all in. This is kind of a one-person job. I'm here by myself. Well, Dad's filming, but I'm here by myself. But we're not going to film all of it. Basically what we're going to do, we're going to tear this down. The culprit we have is we have a leaky rear main seal. These originally used rope seal. The originals contained asbestos and they worked very well. Of course, asbestos is a little hazardous, so they don't do that anymore. And the ones they replace with don't work as well. So what we have is we have a one-piece rear main seal that we got from Butler Performance, who is a Pontiac only engine company. They do other stuff, but it's Pontiac only. But we're going to tear this apart. I also believe we have a little bit of a head gasket leak. So we're going to take care of that at the same time. And I will show you this. So I've created this box front, so it'll sit like this. If you're reusing your rocker arms, your push rods, all of that stuff, they need to go back in the same location they come out of. So this way I can set it down, I can put my parts in here per side of the engine, and then when I go to put them back, I can just pull them out of the box and put them back where they go. So let me get it down to where we're ready to pull the heads off, and we'll come back to you. Welcome back. We got the heads off, and my suspicions were right. Cylinder number 3 and cylinder number 8. You can see a little bit of rust in that one. And 8's not as bad. That 3 was definitely the worst one. The rest of them are okay, but it looks like we're going to pull the pistons out. We'll hone it, clean the rust up. It does look like there's a little bit of a gasket failure here. I'm not sure where this has come from. This could have just been a little bit of water from shutting the engine off. Because when it caught fire, we immediately shut it off, and we didn't give it any time to cool down or anything. It sat for a few years, so about a year and a half. So we're going to flip this over, pull the bottom half off. So it's now a little bit worse than it was going to be. We wasn't going to pull out the pistons because we could do the rear main seal without that, but it looks like we're going to be pulling the pistons, honing it, cleaning up the pistons. I may order some new rings and we'll re-ring it, but looks like we're a little disappointing, but not too bad. This isn't too bad, it's just surface rust right now, so we caught it in time, but glad we did this. That could have destroyed this engine, so we'll come back to you in a little bit. Welcome back. So it's been a little bit. Told you we wasn't going to rebuild this engine. Things have changed. When we got to turn it apart, again, the whole thing was to replace this. So this is what's known as a rope seal. As you can see, it's kind of like rope. Goes in, and that's what your main seal is on these old engines. Originally, they were made of asbestos. When they were made of asbestos, they worked very well. But again, asbestos is now a hazardous material, so they can't make them out of asbestos anymore. The replacements, they're junk. So, getting this tore apart to that point, we got the pistons out. Show you most of them. So, we got them cleaned up a little bit, ready to go, got the rings off of them. Problem is, the one that had water in it, when we pull it apart, just whole chunks of the piston come out. So, what I did find was hole number 3 was the one that had the water in it. Hole number 3 had piston number 4 in it. So they'd flopped them. I'm guessing they put them in upside down because your driver's side is typically your odd numbers, your passenger side's typically your even numbers. And so when they put them in, I think they put it in like this, so they could guide it up onto the crankshaft. When you do that though, you have to remember that this side that looks like the driver's side is the passenger side. So I think when they put them in, they put it in like this, went through what they thought was the driver's side with the odd numbers, but with it sitting like this is the even side, because this is the passenger side. So I think they just flip-flopped them. So this one should have been 1, 3, 5, 7, 2, 4, 6, 8. well, this had piston 2, this had 1, this one had 3, this one had 4, etc. So they were kind of wrong that way. Typically not too big of a deal unless you have a balanced engine. So pistons are weighted, the connecting rods are weighted. As long as they're about the same measurement, or really close to the same measurement, you're usually okay. But what ended up happening is, because the pistons were wrong, I went through and measured the bores. It just so happened that this number 3 cylinder, that was the one that cracked, the piston cracked, was 4.160. The rest are 4.170. And with the oversized 60 over pistons they had in it, it should have been to 4.180. So all of them are undersized. So this is going to the machine shop. They're going to do it out. We're going to put new pistons in it. Since we're going that way, we are rebuilding the engine. We'll pull this camshaft out. We're putting a new camshaft, lifters. We're just going to rebuild it and have a new engine because it's got to go to the machine shop. When it wasn't going to the machine shop, we was not rebuilding it. Now it's going to the machine shop. We're going to rebuild it into a new engine. Dad's going to take it down to the machine shop we chose. They're going to go in and hone and bore these to the appropriate side to match. They typically match the pistons. So they'll push the pistons on, measure each piston. Because you can have variances in pistons, and I mean 100,000ths of an inch isn't that much. And so they can measure the pistons. They'll bore these and hone them to the correct size for the pistons. They'll put it in their tank, clean it, which is good because we did have fuel in our oil. So they're going to go ahead and they'll tank this. That'll clean all the oil galleys and everything out, so we'll have a good, nice clean block ready to go, get everything cleaned out. So that's what we're going to do. Like I said, we had no intention of rebuilding the engine, but we are now rebuilding the engine. You got to pull the crankshaft out, and then we'll get it loaded in the truck and ready to go to the machine shop. But that's what we're at. So why is it taking so long? I did have a tooth extracted. That kind of put us a little bit behind. And if you follow me for just a minute, I can show you the piston, and I'll show you what we have been working on. So since I was kind of on light duty and couldn't really work on heavy stuff, we went ahead, we got the jams and inside pieces of the Mustang. So this is going to be the Mustang color. So we got the hood painted, the doors painted, the door jams, the under the hood, around the trunk lid area. So these jams in this trunk lid area, trunk lid. But as you can see, that's what happened to the piston. So, so that now is rebuild the engine. So thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe.